Okay, we are going to solve this system of equation using Gaussian elimination. The first thing we want to do is take each of the coefficients and write a matrix using just those coefficients. Okay, next we want to get zeros here, here, and here in that order for our first step in getting this in reduced row echelon form. So if we want to add these first two rows together, we have a 1 and a 1. We need the opposite sign. So I am going to multiply this top row by -1, -1, -1, -1, -5. And then I'm going to add this modified row 1 with row 2 and get that result. So my first row stays the same. -1 and 1 is 0. 2 and -1 is 1. 3 and -1 is 2. And then 10 plus -5 is 5. And then my third row stays the same. Now what I want to do next is for the 0 here, I want to multiply this top row by -2. So I get -2, -2, -10. And then I'm going to add those two rows together. So my first and second row stay the same. And my third row becomes 0, -1, -1, -4. Okay. Next, I'm going to get a 0 here. So you'll notice if I add rows 2 and 3 together, that gives me a 0. So I don't really need to do anything there as far as multiplication goes. So I'm going to repeat the first two rows and then add these together. So I get 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, now what I want to do next is get a 0 here, here, and here in that order. So what I need to do is I need to multiply this bottom row by -2. So that gives me 0, 0, -2, -2. And my top row will stay the same. My middle row becomes 0, 1, 0, 3. And then my bottom row stays the same. Okay. Next, to get a 0 here, I'm going to multiply this bottom row by -1. 0, 0, -1, -1. And then add those two rows together. 1, 1, 0, 4. 0, 1, 0, 3. 0, 0, 1, 1. And finally, lastly, I need to get a 0 here. So I'm going to multiply this middle row by -1. 0, -1, 0, -3. And then add those two rows together. So I get 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 3. That middle row stays the same. And my bottom row stays the same. And what you'll notice is I have the ones along the diagonal and then zeros everywhere else except here, which this is my answer. So this would be 1, 3, 1 would be X, Y, and Z.